In this video, we're going to do this a little bit differently than usual. We're going to start with a PowerPoint, and we're going to be doing this actually for the next couple of videos. We're going to step by step go through configuring our server for authorization, and then next time we'll look at configuring the application, and then we'll put it all together and watch that work. So this first part, I want to go over just a couple things with server authorization, and then we'll move forward in the next videos. For today, we'll be looking at just the server setup portion of this PowerPoint, but you can again count on having this available throughout. The first part we need to do is set up the container. There's going to be two files that we need to modify. Tomcatusers.xml is the first one. So we'll go to the conf directory on our Tomcat directory and find tomcatusers.xml. We want to copy the file for backup so that in case we make some mistakes, we can put the original back in place. And then we also want to copy for modification to the desktop. You can't save directly to the conf directory. It will actually just delete your changes. So it's better to just bring it off to the desktop. We're going to go ahead and clear out all the comments and add in some roles and some users. So we'll add in a role for admin and a role for authorized user, and we'll have a couple of users, admin and just a regular old user. We'll call them user 12. And that will get us set up for our users portion that will be able to be authenticated on this authorization on the server. And the second file we need to modify is server.xml. On this one, what we're going to do is the same thing, copy it for modification to the desktop. We're going to remove all comments except for SSL port 8443 and the realm info section. In the realm info section, what we're going to do is actually go ahead and then just comment out the realm that contains the user class name, apache.org, etc., user database realm. And we're going to add a realm for memory, which is org.apache.catalina.realm.memory realm. Once we're done with that, we'll move both files back into the conf directory, and we'll start up the service and make sure it starts with no errors. If we have some errors, then we're going to have to go to the backups and try again. So here's my conf directory. What we would do is copy both server and Tomcat users to a backup location. So you can copy here. I already have some in place, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. You would go ahead and do that, back them up, and make a copy from that same backup right to your desktop that you can work with. And then we're going to edit first the Tomcat users. So I've already cleared out all the comments. You can see this is much smaller. It has a lot less stuff in place. Now there's already a Tomcat admin user probably in yours as well if you set that up when you did the actual install. If not, no big deal. What we really need is these 4 lines. Role name equals admin. Role name equals authorized user, or whatever you want. You don't have to use authorized user there. You could just use user or member or authenticated guy or whatever you want there. And it just needs to match when we start building our application later, which will have full configuration ability over in the web XML. We also have users that we're setting up. We have 2 users, one username admin, one username user12, password admin99, password. So you can set these whatever you want. And just note the roles that these 2 different users are going to be in, admin and authorized user, or just an authorized user. So you can see we have a more powerful user and a secondary user. And that will allow us to have some user roles in place. So we would do that. And then the other thing we need is our server.xml file. And again, I've cleaned this up quite a bit. There are a lot of comments. You don't need to delete the comments. All you need to do is find the correct section, which is down towards the bottom of realm, and make sure to comment out this realm class name, etc. through user database. And we're adding in this line here. Realm class name equals org.apache.catalina.realm.memory realm. So you want to go ahead and put that into your server.xml file, and then what we'll do is take that will actually get us up and ready to run. So once you have that done, grab both files, bring them back over. When you copy them over, it will ask you if you want to replace them, say yes, and then you'll have to give it admin permission to do that as well. And once you have that all done, go ahead and bring up your services, which is, of course, under Windows. You can go to Manage and then Service. And so what you do then is you go ahead and just start your Apache Tomcat service. Just make sure it's running with no errors. So if it says started, you're good. That means you didn't screw something up in the configuration files. If there's a missing tag or something, it should error out, and that would give you the ability to see that something went wrong. So that sets up and configures our server. So the next time we'll come back and we'll start working with setting up and configuring our application.